Just now hearing that Alabama has officially certified Democrat Doug Jones as the winner of that Alabama special Senate election. We are also just hearing that a judge has denied Roy Moore's motion to prevent the special election results from being certified. His attorney had filed a lawsuit in an attempt to block Alabama from declaring Doug Jones the official winner. Moore's lawyers said they found irregularities, and they called for a fraud investigation as well. And they also wanted a whole new election, but we are just finding out that's not going to happen. A judge has denied that motion, according to reports from NBC News. State officials say that they found no evidence of voter fraud. Moore, of course, lost to Jones by about 20,000 votes, becoming the first Republican to lose a Senate race in Alabama in some 25 years. Well, that's where we want to welcome in our first guest, former Congressman and House Majority Leader Tom DeLay. Tom, it's great to have you back with us. And we're just now hearing, I don't know if you heard the news as well, but apparently a judge has denied Roy Moore's motion to prevent those Alabama special election results from being certified. I know you have called on Roy Moore to stay in the fight, but what do you think about this latest development?
Well, I think it's really sad. There are numerous allegations of voter fraud in Alabama, starting with the notion that Alabama hired a company out of Omaha, Nebraska, that has total control of the not only the ballots, but has total control of the results, and that needs to be looked into, along with many other allegations, not the least of which of people from Georgia and North Carolina coming in and voting in the Alabama election. So there's a lot of things going on there, and I really hate to see that the people of Alabama are going to lose their ability to vote and have their vote counted.
I think everybody wants to make sure that these elections and the results are true and just, but even the president, Tom, has called for Roy Moore to give it up.
Well, yeah, the president doesn't know what's going on in Alabama, and he's probably not being told what's going on in Alabama. It's really a sad situation when there is a possibility that an election has been stolen. Listen, the president himself has a voter fraud commission. And the president himself said there was voter fraud rampant all across the United States. So,
and that kind of underscores my point. If he's willing to say that these results should be certified, and he has been, this has been a big issue for the president, Tom. He does care a lot about voter fraud, as we all should. But he's saying it's time for Roy Moore to move on. You know, is this the same type of voter fraud? Does this fall under that same umbrella for his voter fraud commission to take a look at?
Oh, most definitely. When you're paying voters to go to the polls, and when you have vote totals that are more votes than are registered in the precinct. There are 20 precincts in Jefferson County that have huge turnouts, historically large turnouts that need to be looked into. So, you know, there's a lot going on here, and maybe some of it is, I don't know, but maybe some of it is the Republicans don't want Roy Moore to be sworn in, and they're trying to convince the American people and the people of Alabama to move on so that they won't have Roy Moore as the senator.
Well, you just a second ago made a comment that this election may have been stolen. What do you think the likelihood is at this point, based on what you know, that this election was in fact stolen for Doug Jones over Roy Moore?
Well, I've given you a whole bunch of examples, John, but there are 3 experts that have been hired by the Roy Moore campaign that have said that there is great possibility that there was voter fraud especially in Jefferson County. In fact, one of them said, and one of them's a Democrat, by the way, and one of them said that it's a 1 in a 15 billion chance that there wasn't voter fraud in Jefferson County. So there are a lot of questions out there that need to be looked into, and people are speeding up this process so that they don't have to get into these. And what they're doing is they're undermining the confidence of the voter in Alabama. All you have to do is just take a week and look into these things.
You think that's all it would take, is just one more week, and these questions could be answered?
Well, some of them could be answered, or you could certainly see if there is reasonable evidence to show that there has been voter fraud. and call for investigations. The vote of the Alabama voter is precious, and it should be treated as precious, and everything should be looked into before they certify Doug Jones.